If you're a dog owner in Sioux City, you know what a great place this is for our four-legged friends. So today, let's break down exactly how to find the perfect trainer to help you and your dog enjoy all of it together. Just picture it for a second. A nice, relaxing walk on the trails at Stone State Park. Or maybe a calm stroll through the busy Saturday farmers market. Those experiences are just so much better when you have a confident, well-behaved dog right by your side. And really, that's the whole point of good training. But that leads us to the main question, right? With all the different methods and trainers out there, how do you actually find the professional who's the right fit for you, for your dog, and for your life right here in Sioux City? Well, let's get into it. Okay, first things first, we need to think about what success really looks like. See, good training isn't about performing a bunch of tricks. It's about getting your dog ready for the real world. And that means we need to set practical goals that are tailored to our local environment. A great trainer is going to help you with this kind of checklist. We're talking about things like calm walks on a leash through neighborhoods like Morningside or Leeds, or helping your dog stay focused when you're down on historic 4th Street with all the distractions. It's about building those real-life skills. All right, so now that we know what our goals are, let's look at the key things to think about when you're evaluating a trainer. We're going to cover their methods, the types of programs they offer, and the credentials that show they really know their stuff. The most widely recommended approach you'll see today is positive reinforcement. Basically, this method is all about rewarding the behavior you want to see. This builds trust and, it makes learning fun for your dog. It's so important to avoid any trainer who relies on fear or intimidation or physical punishment, because those methods can just create way more problems than they solve. Next up, you'll need to choose a format. Group classes, they are fantastic for socialization and teaching your dog to focus when other dogs are around, which is a huge skill for public spaces. Private lessons, on the other hand, are perfect for tackling those really specific issues that happen at home, like jumping on guests or barking at the doorbell. The best choice really just depends on your dog's individual needs. Now, while Iowa doesn't actually require trainers to be licensed, seeing these certifications is a great sign of professionalism. A CPDTKA means the trainer has passed a big exam on learning theory and ethics. Think of it as a really solid all-around credential. A KPA-CTP is a bit more specialized, showing they're an expert in positive reinforcement. And if you're dealing with more complex stuff like serious anxiety or reactivity, you'd look for a CDBC, that's a dedicated behavior consultant. Now let's talk about the practical side of things, right here in Sioux City. What you can expect to pay, and the local rules that every single dog owner should know. So here's a peek at the average costs for training in our area. A typical 6-week group class could run you somewhere around $200, while a single private lesson is usually closer to $100. You'll often find that buying a package of a few in-home sessions actually offers the best value for working on specific goals. Okay, this one is big. The city of Sioux City requires your dog's leash to be no longer than 6 feet in any public place. This is a perfect example of why teaching loose leash walking is so important. It's not just good manners, it's also a local rule. So those retractable leashes are probably best left at home for city walks. And beyond the leash law, just remember your dog has to have a current rabies tag on its collar at all times. And it's also good to know that excessive barking can be considered a public nuisance, so if that's an issue for you, training can definitely help keep the peace in your neighborhood. So you've done your homework on methods, costs, and the local rules. Now what? How do you pull it all together and make that final choice? Here's a pretty simple process you can follow. It really comes down to 3 steps. First, do your research online to find a few trainers who use positive methods. Second, schedule a consultation, a lot of them offer this for free, just to see if you connect with them. And third, go into that meeting ready with the right questions. And here are some of those key questions. You want to understand their philosophy, their credentials, and exactly how they plan to help your dog. Asking how they track progress is a great way to make sure they have a clear plan, and for any behavior issues, knowing they're willing to work with your vet is a huge plus. After all this research and hard work, we get to the best part, the payoff. Finding the right trainer isn't just about solving problems, it's about opening up a whole new world of possibilities for you and your dog. Investing in the right training is really an investment in your relationship with your dog and your own peace of mind. A confident, happy dog makes for a confident, happy owner. It's as simple as that. A well-trained companion really does transform everyday life. It turns a simple walk into a pleasant stroll. It makes having friends over a relaxed, fun event instead of a stressful one. We wish you the very best in finding the right partner to help you achieve that, so you can fully enjoy everything Sioux City has to offer together.